Alright, so today let's talk about some predictions that I have for what we are going to be seeing with part 2 of the Dragon Isle. There are so many possibilities, and remember that these may or may not be correct. They may definitely be incorrect. We just have to wait and see. I'm going to go over what's obvious and what also may not be obvious for what we can expect when it comes to part 2 of the Dragon Isle. These are all just theories and predictions, not necessarily accurate. Some of them may be though, so there's of course spoiler warning if you do not want to be spoiled on what may or may not be coming. But anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so first let's talk about the likely release date for part 2 of the Dragon Isle. It seems as though this will be out before the end of the year, though there are no necessary guarantees on that. Based on what I know, it seems like this may be released around New Year, so like the very end of this year to the beginning of 2025. So that seems like the most potential release date for part 2 of the Dragon Isle as of right now. That could get delayed, we don't know, but right now kind of expected to be around New Year's. So the beginning of 2025 is when we can expect, hopefully, to see part 2 of the Dragon Isle. In part 2 of the Dragon Isle, we can expect to see more rifts. So yeah, past Rift 25, more rare pets to rescue. That's going to be fun. More challenges, such as more advantages and disadvantages. Those are of course going to be really fun. And we can also expect more dragons, the other 5 elemental dragons, which we will talk about, and more rewards as well, which we will also talk about. So these are going to be great. Can't wait to get past Rift 25 and see what's on the other side. I'm assuming that if they're going to, assuming that whenever they get to add Rift 26, I believe the number of dragon battles you have to do for Rift 25 to unlock Rift 25 is going to be decreased a lot, because they can't expect every player to get to 99 dragon battles in Rift 24 before they get to Rift 25. I think they're going to decrease that. It's just at 24 right now. It's at 99 right now to slow players down from reaching Rift 25, since there isn't likely, well, nothing past that. I haven't personally tried to get much of anywhere with it. I'm only at 7 out of 99. So, yeah, I'm just waiting until part 2 of the Dragon Isle comes out, so I don't do too much work without getting anything from it, except being able to rescue Bonasaur in Rift 25, which I don't need to do. I already have one. But anyway, yes, very interesting. I hope we also can be able to beat the Dragon Isle when part 2 comes, which means fighting the Puppet Master for the second time, which is going to be very interesting. Cannot wait for that battle. The gear items for the new Puppet Master set have already been added into the code. They just have not been finished yet. So they're just there already as placeholders, ready for whenever we defeat the Puppet Master for the second time and get his new clothes, which is going to be great. I'm sure they will look awesome as gear items. Super excited for those. And hopefully be very powerful as well. The wand currently has a bonus of like 500 or something like that. So maybe it'll actually be 500. That'll be absolutely insane. Cannot wait to see it. So yeah, we definitely have a lot to look forward to when it comes to all of these things with the Dragon Isle. Now let's talk about the 5 elemental dragons that have not yet been added. Let's bring those up on screen. The fire dragon, the water dragon, the plant dragon, the ice dragon, and the storm dragon. These are the other 5 dragons that are like the astral, physical, and shadow dragons that we can battle currently in the Dragon Isle. And we will be able to basically do something similar with these dragons. We'll be able to get their dragon orbs from the lucky loot in Rift runs and fight them to basically train for the Puppet Master, we can assume, as well. Unless the Puppet Master takes over them or something like that. Who knows? That's all speculative. We'll see when the story actually happens. But I'm assuming it'll be something similar to what we can do right now, except we can just battle the other 5 dragons as well. And get, of course, we can get their gear items as well. So we can definitely assume that there are going to be new gear sets added for these 5 elemental dragons. And if we go on what we got for the astral, physical, and dragons and shadow dragons, I messed that up, we should be getting 2 sets from each element. So we got 2 sets from shadow, 2 sets from astral, and 2 sets from physical. And we can expect to get 2 of each element for these other 5 elements. So that's basically 10. That's 10 more dragon sets, 10 more gear sets, which is going to be awesome. We can expect 5 more buddies, so 1 dragon buddy for each elemental dragon, which is going to be great as well. And of course, those sets include hats, wands, outfits, boots, buddies, and relics. So we can expect all of that. It's going to be awesome. We already have leaked relics for these, for some of these. Some of the relics have already been leaked, so I'll bring those up on the screen. I haven't talked about these in a video yet, but these are proof that we'll be getting more gear sets for these, and I'm super excited. These relics look great. And so yeah, no doubt about it, this is going to be awesome. Like, 8 gear sets was crazy to be added. It was 6 gear sets were crazy, and then 10 more. That's going to be so cool. Of course, by then the update where the lucky loot is filled with the gear items should be out for everyone. It's in beta testing right now, but we can definitely expect that to be out, so it'll be a lot easier to gather those gear items than it has been for most players as up to this point with part 1. And it's just going to be awesome. Cannot wait to wear these awesome gear sets around and see, of course, what they will look like. So, of course, then we'll talk about the Puppet Master, because at some point we're going to have to fight the Puppet Master again. We don't know when or how, but presumably maybe after we get to a certain number of battles against the other dragons will we be able to fight the Puppet Master, because each dragon is helping us train to become stronger to defeat the Puppet Master. So all it takes is, I guess it's going to take quite a few battles, and of course it's going to be for non-members because, well, Prodigy isn't going to make it members only, but we're going to have a fight against the Puppet Master in some way, shape, or form, and we really have no idea how it's going to go. There are so many possibilities. I'm sure Prodigy is working very hard on it, and I cannot wait to see it, but that battle is going to be epic. Hopefully it'll be even more epic than the extremely epic battle against the Puppet Master in the Academy. Still my favorite battle in Prodigy of all time. Cannot wait to see what they can bring to the table with this next battle. Hopefully it's even more crazy and maybe even harder, and we will get the insane new Puppet Master set after that. Once we defeat the Puppet Master, who knows if that'll actually be the end of the Dragon Isle. It might be, but who knows. If that is the end of the Dragon Isle, then it would make sense to just be able to do endless rift runs and battle the dragons over and over again, just to, you know, get any gear items you may not have gotten before, or just practice all that, and of course to rescue some of the pets in the Dragon Isle. Hopefully with the Dragon Isle Part 2, we'll get more pets added to be rescued. Who knows, maybe the original starter pets will get added. We don't know, but that would be awesome. That's certainly a possibility, but we don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe some of the new pets that have not been made obtainable through rescuing are going to be added. such as most recently Shadow Drake could be added. Same with the other Drakes, so like Physical, Shadow, not Shadow, Astral, and the other 5. There could be ones of those all added. Hopefully there are, and they become rescuable. And also Viper Cuffs and Asp Sphere after they get after the Treasure Track Season 6 ends. Hopefully those get added to the Dragon Isle to be released. And whatever other pets there may be to add, we're just going to have to wait and see. But hopefully those can be rescued in later rifts. That's going to be awesome. And yeah, this is just going to be great. I am heavily looking forward to part 2 of the Dragon Isle because, well, part 1 is so good, and I can't wait to defeat the Puppet Master again and battle these other dragons as well. I'm sure Prodigy, again, is working very hard on these, and is getting ready for this big release coming out around New Year's, at least as of right now. That's what it is planned for as far as I know. Again, cannot wait. This is going to be great. Cannot wait to see what these other dragons' personalities are going to be like, and how they will interact with us, whether the Puppet Master is going to take them over or not, and how the final battle against the Puppet Master will actually go. Like, what might the Puppet Master have for us? Maybe dragons for us to fight? That's going to be super awesome. Cannot wait for all of this. This is going to be spectacular. Let's all look forward to part 2 of the Dragon Isle. Support Prodigy in whatever ways we can because they are working very hard on all this. And let's just get closer and closer to it and keep waiting for what is next. Of course, if we have any updates, I'll be sure to share them and talk about them in future videos. So, what are your thoughts on these theories and predictions for what we will see in part 2 of the Dragon Isle? And what do you want to see from part 2 of the Dragon Isle? What do you want all these battles to look like? And how do you want the final fight against the Puppet Master to be? Not necessarily final, because we don't know if we'll actually defeat the Puppet Master for good at the end. Again, that's all up to Prodigy, and we will just see it later on. So, yes, what are your thoughts about all of this? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments